Alright, what's up YouTube? This must be Fast 775 Game. Come back to you guys another episode of SNOWRUNNER on Season 18. Yes guys, back out here again today. Today is episode number 9, I believe. Yeah. And as you can see here guys, today I am starting the episode in a completely different place to where I left off in the last episode. And a place that we haven't even... I don't even think we've been up here before. On camera. yeah, just started completely random. That's fine. That's good, right? But yeah, essentially the plan here for today, or well, at least the plan was today, anyways, to try and get a lot of tasks done. At least as many of the tasks that we could kind of get on this first map here. Where there's a lot of them that I kind of want to try and do. But I don't have all that much time for recording today. I'm recording a day late, so yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, we'll just see what happens. So, anyways, first thing that we're going to be doing, or first few things that we're going to be doing, because you know we're going to be combining jobs in order to try and get them done. You know, that kind of way. You know, that makes sense, right? I'm sure I'm explaining this brilliantly. It's fine. First thing, delivered to the sawmill storehouse service trailer. That's why we're down here. And secondly, if I find, where is it? Croccy Delivery. We're going to be picking up 2 bricks from the warehouse over here when we drive through there. Yeah, and then there's a scout service trailer that's up here. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, we're not going to be driving the 5319 the entire way here. We are going to be using the 131 for the kind of the second-ish half of the journey, let's say. But yeah, that's kind of what those are what we're doing to start with. Anyways, to start with, we'll say. Yeah, I know I'm explaining this terribly. I'm sorry. But yeah, how are you guys doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having fun with, you know, Season 18 and stuff like that. I have, you know, honestly, Season 18 has been a pretty fun season so far. It has been. And I feel like we've been, I mean, we're on episode 9. How much progress do we have? We have 27% progress at the moment. I feel like we've been making decent-ish progress. It definitely could be better, to say the least, the progress. But we've still got a bit. I'd say we still have a good while before, you know, the likes of Season 19 comes out or whatever. Even though I think there was some rumor about the PTS. I don't know if there was. If I'm being honest, I thought there was, but I don't think there is anymore. But yeah. But anyways, we don't need to be worrying about that. We should have. I really do want to, you know, like get Season 18 fully completed before the likes of Season 19 comes out or anything like that. But you know, we might not. We just have to see what happens. But anyways, for today's episode, the main thing that I really just wanted to kind of check out was the Azov, the 5319 here, because it has been a long time since I've actually used this thing to do some proper work, you know, because this truck is just, you know, it's just one of them vehicles. I'm not a particular fan of it. And main reason for that is definitely the fuel tank size. I mean, just look at the size of that fuel tank. That is just depressing. 200 liters in a truck that will easily burn 20 liters a minute if it's being stressed. But yeah, and of course another one of the reasons why, in my opinion anyways, it's just never been all that great of a vehicle was the fact that, you know, it never had too many add-on combinations. There wasn't really a whole lot that you could really do with it. Until now, that is, at least, because they actually updated the truck to where we can have the small crane and the flatbed and a and a trailer on the truck at the one time. We can have the crane, flatbed, and trailer combo. which is just brilliant. Like, this truck really needed that. I think it was in season 17 that they updated this truck to where we could have where they changed the position of the crane and the flatbed, but they didn't update the trailer hitch, so it still wouldn't allow for anything to be attached. But if for people who do remember, obviously, this truck, you know, since like pre-season 17, if you ever you could put the crane and the flatbed onto the truck at the same time, but the flatbed would be sticking way off the rear of the truck. It was kind of pushed back, and there was a big gap between like where the crane and the cab was. So it always looked a bit ridiculous, and it was super impractical because you couldn't attach a trailer. Like, there is, as you can see, like, they didn't make the truck any longer or anything like that. It always had this much space on the back. But one thing I did notice whilst I was in the garage, anyways, at least, is that one of the things that they did do in order to make this kind of work or whatever with this the flatbed and the crane positioning was they actually removed all of the mud guards on the truck. You can't actually have the mud guards installed if you have the blue crane in that position there, like where the second steer axle is. And I'd say that is probably a practical change, probably, because I'm assuming that the mudguards had some sort of collision on them, so they had to make them removable. That way you could put the crane there. So I'd say there was a little bit of work that the developers had to do to make this, to give this change to this truck, but obviously it is well worth it. Like, it needed it. Okay, just give me a quick second here. I'm just going to unpack my my little trailer here, and we're going to load up the bricks that we're going to be grabbing here. Alright, marked out the route there. We got the bricks loaded up. We got the trailer on the top. And I almost drove into that building. And also, we should probably refuel here real quick, actually. Perfect. And in case anyone is wondering, yes, the only reason why I'm bringing why I have that Scout fuel trailer is because I do not trust the range capabilities of the 53. I just don't trust it. It's the size of this thing's fuel tank is just completely improportionate to the you know, the size of the engine, to the fuel consumption that this truck has. You know, I'd actually go as far to say that this thing is actually worse. This is actually worse than the whatchamacallit, the Paystar 5600 TS. I would actually go as far to say that this thing is worse than the 5600 TS, even though I'm not sure if that is a factually true statement, but in my mind this thing is worse for like range and that. And you know what, the I kind of give the Paystar 5600 TS a little bit of a leeway, or a little bit of an excuse, because that thing has 10 axles. That thing or not 10 axles, it has 5 axles, it has 10 wheels. That thing is a 10 by 10. So you know, and yeah, that thing is a 10 by 10. This is only an 8 by 8. The 10 by 10, you know, at least in my mind as well, I kind of tend to class trucks a little bit more on their axles and the amount of axles and tires they have a little bit more. That's kind of the way I like to class vehicles in my mind. So, you know, I feel like that thing deserves a little bit more of a leeway, because, you know, it has more axles, and it is, I would say, a very capable truck, I would say, as well. And also it has plenty of add-on combinations as well, so, you know. It's got a few things going for it. This thing, like I said before, for a long time we just didn't have the add-ons. The fact that it has this now, at least now, you know, it makes a little bit of sense to use, at least in my mind. Like before, it just didn't click with me. You know, I could never come up with a reason, or for I could never come up with like an actual thing that I wanted to do with this truck, because I was always afraid that I'd be running out of fuel. The only things that I've ever really used this truck for are fuel trucks, service trucks, and like cranes, crane for crane purposes. That's like all the uses that I've had for it. I don't know. I might have used it for logging once as well. I don't know, honestly. That's the problem though as well. Like I actually have used this truck so little that I can't even really put my mind to the things that I have actually used it for. You know, that kind of way. But yeah, I did really want to take it out, just especially since it got updated. I felt like it was a good idea. I felt like I kind of needed to at least take it out for a bit of a spin. Anyways, get it to do a few jobs. Come on, there you go. Because as you can see, like it is a very capable truck. I'm not denying that by any means. It's just it's the range anxiety, man. That's yeah, really the only reason. Oh, 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 we're all right. Obviously, the front overhang isn't the best either, but at least it's not as bad as the 73 210, you know. All right, and up and over the hill. We're almost up over here. It really does take it's not the easiest place to, you know, get out to here, the sawmill. It's yeah, there's a bit of a trek that you have to do in order to get out to it here. It's it's definitely not the worst. It's definitely not the worst thing that we have to get at that I've ever you know, come across in this game, you know, for access. It's nowhere near the worst. It's just, yeah, a little bit off there, you know. And there is the 64-131. Hello. We've had this thing just sitting up here for a few episodes. Does that thing have fuel? It has a decent-ish amount of fuel, I would say. We'll top it off, though. Yeah. And we have the, we have the P12 down in the sawmill here, so we'll use that thing to refuel everything here in a minute, and refuel the whatchamacallit, the tank on the trailer. You know, the you know, that the 3-slot service semi trailer with parts or whatever. I don't know. I forget the names of the different trailers, because they just make the names kind of long and confusing sometimes. I mean, they do distinguish the different trailer types most of the time, but they're also just too long to memorize, most of them. And there's the sawmill. Okay, finally. Come on, there you go. Over the logs. Yeah, but that's all we're going to be doing with this truck anyways here for today, guys. So yeah, we're just going to deliver this in here. We're going to bring down the 64131. What we're going to do is we're going to be loading up those planks that are there, and also the bricks on this truck, and also that scout trailer that I was talking about earlier as well. So yeah, we have a little bit of stuff to switch around here. But anyways, when it rains, heavy loads get stuck. That's the job that we just done there. The trailer's been delivered and all the equipment is where it needs to be. You really helped us out of a tight spot. Here's your payment. So 480 XP and 5,300 cash. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, so let's see here. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to fast forward this next kind of bit that we're going to be doing here. So what we're going to be doing here is, first of all, delivering the 2 cement on our trailer here up to this kind of camp. I think we have to deliver it to here, I believe. And this will get, well, half of this job done, standing point. Explorers camp, yeah, we need water as well, which I actually do have the, whatchamacallit, this thing, the catapult, the 745 seat. Yeah, I have that thing down there ready to go. So we may finish this job. I don't know yet. We have to see where we stand. But we're going to deliver the cement, come down here, grab the bricks, the 3 wooden planks, and also that trailer out of here. We might recover it with the burlap, and we're going to try and squeeze it all onto the 3-slot trailer, which doesn't sound like a smart idea, but yeah, that really doesn't sound like a smart idea. I suppose I could just tow the 5319. That would make a little bit more sense. Yeah, I might do that, you know. I might do that. That might make a little... That sounds like a smarter idea. A smarter idea. But, yeah, essentially, we're going to be taking all that down here for Croccy Delivery is one of the jobs. Let's see here. Where is it? Yeah, Croccy Delivery, 2 bricks, and that scout trailer. And then, where's the other job? The Way of Water. Yeah, those 3 planks that are up here in the sawmill. Those 3 planks are for this job. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be doing. I'm going to, yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a time lapse, but I'm thinking I'm going to stop it as soon as I get down to here to do the Croccy Delivery. So yeah, I'll see you guys here in a minute. This is gonna take a hot sec to figure out. Alright guys, and here we are at the crocodile farm. You know, I actually don't think I've been here on camera before. I've visited this place off camera, and I took a look at it, but I don't actually think I've been here on camera and explained it. But there's actually just this little area on this map, and it's literally a crocodile farm. Like, yeah. Which is really, really cool. Okay, so that's stage complete. Oh, don't roll off. I still don't understand how the physics of these things work. I just don't. Why is it that that thing can just bounce off the trailer even though it was still packed technically? Where's the trailer have to? It has to go there. Okay. I don't know. Just how do I want to do this? Just back the trailer in and hope it takes it. Yeah, that should work. It took a lot longer than I expected as well to get that trailer up onto the back of this trailer, and that is purely because of the IM50 crane. The IM50, that was the only type of crane that I had available to myself down there, and it just, oh, I hate having to use it. It doesn't have, when you need it to work, when you really need it to work, it doesn't work. It works for basic enough things, but anytime you ask it to do anything out of the ordinary, then it just, no. Both the trailer and the supplies have arrived safely. Now we don't have to keep putting off the repairs. Buen Trabajo, you handle it like a pro. Here's your payment: 840 XP and 9,050 cash. And I butchered the Spanish because there's no way that's right. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're gonna drive down this way. I think we're gonna have to drive through here because that thing's blocked. Even though I do actually have another truck. What's it? I have the CT681 with a service add-on down here. So we're gonna go down here. We're gonna repair this bridge, and I think we're gonna bring that over here and repair that work site very quickly because, you know, we may as well. Like, it's extremely close to the garage, and it might be useful to have this kind of main roads up to this area open. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see here. Where's the job? There it is. Go. Okay. Is this one of those bridges that falls down? I don't remember. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's all right. Actually, now that I think of it, sure. That was the one thing I said it in this episode, and I'm gonna say it again. It's strange because those bridges that we got in this new season that, you know, break, they don't reset. You know, when you change maps and you reset the map, you know, the bridges don't reset. You know, you drive over them once and then they're just broken, and that's it. They stay broken forever, which is really strange. I don't know why. I feel like those things should do the resets kind of things that would happen with, you know, like the crumbling rocks and stuff like that, and the crumbling bits of road on other maps, but it just don't do it, which is strange. I don't know. I suppose it makes more sense that they don't reset, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, coming through this little bit of a swamp area. I haven't been through this area before, but yeah, it looks mostly the same to mostly the same as the rest of them. It does seem to be kind of deeper and possibly possibly deeper and possibly a bit muddier than some of the other sections I've been through. We are driving through this really slowly. Come on, Azov, you can. This seems extremely slow. Why are we going through slow? That's must be deep enough there. I mean, we're not getting completely stuck or anything like that, but Yeah, it's just a slow bit of a cruise through here. I did get a small bit stuck when I was convoying the two Azovs there in the time lapse. I did get a small bit stuck, and I had to winch one of them forward and then winch the other one up to the other one. You know, winch. Kind of doing a bit of double winching in there in order to get them through. But yeah, I don't think either of the trucks would have like stopped, especially if I'd been driving them by themselves. All right, but here is the bridge that we're going building. This is a pontoon bridge. I'm almost 100% sure it is because I saw it in the. I'm pretty sure this was in the trailer, wasn't it? I don't know. Oh yeah, nice. We got the pontoon bridge back. Yes. Okay, so thanks a lot. We've already built the crossing with the delivered supplies. So now we can move cargo as we see fit. You really came through for us when we needed it. Here's your reward. So 550 XP and 7,100 cash for that. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to grab the Caterpillar CT681 here real quick, and we'll bring that down and repair that worksite like I said I was going to do. Just do that here quickly. That'll be another job. Well, it's not going to be a job as such because it's not going to take anything off of the regional progress, but just something that might be for our convenience, you know, might help us. We'll see. Yeah, first time crossing the pontoon bridge. Oh yeah. You have to be careful when you're crossing those things. You have to be very careful when you're crossing those things. I speak from experience. Alright, and here we go. Nice. Alright then, guys, so next thing that we're gonna do, or at least the next thing I figured we may as well do, because yeah, it makes sense to do, is the couple of water related tasks that are on this map here. Oh, well, first of all, I need to make sure that I can. Come on, Caterpillar. Slowly make our way across this thing. Oh, yeah, we are very wide here. Just about. Oh, jeez. I feel like the bridge does not like this thing being on here. It seems. Okay, yeah, we're okay. I think we were stretching the weight limit of the bridge there for a second, but no, we're okay. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to do the water jobs because it just makes sense to do them. We'll finish off the standing point job, which requires to deliver 300 water, and we'll also do there's one more water related job, at least that I know of on this map at the moment, and that is, which one is it? This one? No. This one? No. No. That one. There it is. 800 waters up to the dig site camp. So, yeah, we're basically going to be driving back the way that we came with the two Azovs. We're going basically all the way back to where we started in the episode. Yeah. That's what's going to be happening here. So, yeah, I really don't see too much of a point in me keeping all of this in, which I'm definitely not going to be able to, but for, yeah, obvious reasons, it's just it's way too long of a trip. But I did really want to take out the Caterpillar 745C here and use its new water tank add-on, which it only got there recently enough. Wasn't it in season 16? Yeah, I think it was in season 16, I'm pretty sure. Which obviously was a while ago now, but I just didn't get to use it yet, obviously. So, yeah, and yeah, this should allow us to get this done pretty quickly. Obviously, this thing will be great for going through the swamp area up here. Mightn't be great for getting up to the few camp areas that we need to go to, because the one camp, the explorers camp, the first one here, it's kind of a tight-ish road to get up, but we should be able to do it. Caterpillar CT, or not CT, I was going to say CT. The Caterpillar 745C is one of those trucks, just never really disappoints, you know, it always gets the job done. So, yeah, I think I'll fast forward these two bits here. I'll fast forward up to the explorers camp, and I'll fast forward to this other camp that's on the other side of the map, basically on the other side of the map from where we are at the moment. So yeah, it's gonna take a minute, but that'll be another 2 jobs crossed off the list. So we'll fill it all the way up here, and yeah, we'll get to it. Guys, and here we are at the explorers camp, and that is oh damn it, I oh oops. Jeez, I thought I was going to have to press the thing multiple times to fill it up for some reason, like the way the whatchamacallit, the friggin' Worksite was there just a moment ago. But no, I just filled it immediately, and then I cancelled the thing. Oh, I don't even know what I made out of that. It's fine. I can probably look it up in the archive here. Just give me a sec. There it is. We got 13,200 cash for that. Okay. And 1,110 XP. Not bad. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, it's very good for that, actually, yeah. Alright, well, we'll continue the time lapse here anyways. I've got a route marked out here, so yeah, we'll just see how long it takes us to get up to this other point. Alright guys, and here we are at the dig site camp, which is, yeah, a bit of a strange name for it, I feel like. Oh, I pressed the thing twice again. Damn it. Also, there's a big temple over there, so that's pretty cool. Hang on, let me find that job. There it is, 12,050 cash and 900 XP. That's what we got for it. Can't believe I've done the same thing twice. Cancelled the thing and, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Alright guys, but I think that's where I'm going to finish up today. So, yeah, it might be a little bit of a shorter episode, this one, but, you know, we got a few jobs done. What did I get, like 4 or 5 tasks? I suppose it doesn't sound great when you say they're only tasks, so, yeah. But we are 33% done in the region now, so that's not bad. At least not in my mind anyways. But yeah, we're just gonna finish it up here because like I said, I'm recording late today, so I really want to try and get this out. And well, I need the time to get the thing edited and whatnot. But yeah, might be a little bit of a shorter one. But anyways, thank you guys all very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one where, yeah, we'll be screwing around doing some more stuff on season 18 here, and hopefully trying to get maybe a few contracts done next one. So, yeah, goodbye.